Hello, my name is Dr. Jay Kolker, the founder of Crowdsourced Coaching. I would like to discuss some foundational principles behind crowdsourced coaching. These are core values and a way to understand what motivates each individual and an organizational culture as a whole. These principles were originally emphasized by Alfred Adler and Rudolf Dreikurs. The most important of all of the principles is that we are socially embedded. While this seems too simple at first, it is important to understand that each individual wants to find a place of significance or belonging among others in all life tasks, whether in work, social interactions, or in intimate relationships, where individuals feel encouraged and able to achieve a level of success. Then they meet the life tasks constructively. They are much more likely to behave in line with the needs of the situation and work collaboratively with others. Some individuals, for various reasons, develop self-doubts and a sense of discouragement. Instead of behaving in a cooperative manner, they develop a personal striving to achieve significance that is often at odds with others. The excessive need for control, the drive to be right all the time, or an overdriven need to be first and recognized as important are all based in mistaken beliefs about self in relation to others and a sense of discouragement. Organizational culture works in much the same way, where employees feel able to be significant and valued. They are much more likely to behave cooperatively and function well as team members and colleagues. Where employees feel at odds with leadership or with others within a work group, they are much more likely to become discouraged, disengage, or even create mischief within the work group. These are ways that such individuals reaffirm their own significance, but at the expense of others. Some leaders are insecure and feel threatened by transparency and inclusion. You can feel the tension in many organizations and observe how employees interact. Again, if employees do not feel included in a useful way, they will find their place in a way that works at odds with others. Another core value is that our beliefs are our own creation. Reality is what we perceive it to be, and people bring their personal realities into work. Without a culture of transparency and open communication, rumors and personal bias will run rampant through an organization. Effective leaders understand individual differences and work to acknowledge and recognize diverse perspectives. If individuals create their beliefs, they can be changed. If given the choice and encouraged, individuals will be more open to move from private goals to a more socially useful perspective. There is power in the creativity of the group in helping this more constructive perspective evolve. Resistance reflects a misalignment of views. A group approach, if properly nurtured, helps to bring more alignment within the organizational culture and a sense of shared accountability and responsibility. Another core concept is that things evolve within a system. An individual behaves as one whole in line with personal beliefs and values and a final sense of how to achieve significance. The same is true in an organizational culture. A core set of beliefs and values will emerge, and often they are different from the stated values of the company. A group approach will identify the existing mental models operating, and if properly nourished, will help to enhance a much more positive and optimistic perspective. Employees will be the strongest voices in emphasizing the positive values, and these views will become self-reinforcing over time. Crowdsourced coaching allows all voices to be recognized and valued. Through effective group coaching, employees will more clearly know what is important to each individual and how each individual needs to be nurtured and encouraged. Also, individuals can't hide in such a group. Attitudes and values that are misaligned with the group will easily be identified within the group. The group will be in the best position to dispel any myths and mistaken beliefs. Over time, the group elevates its skills to a higher level of functioning, including problem identification and problem solving, conflict management, idea generation, and innovation. Finally, if crowdsourced coaching groups are practiced within all teams, senior leaders can tap into this collective conscience and learn at a higher level what challenges are being addressed and what best practices are emerging. If best practices are shared among all groups, the learning curve can be shortened and best approaches can quickly cascade throughout an organization. Where change needs to occur, employees can be seen as partners in realigning to emerging perspectives.